Good morning. Well, afternoon. Good afternoon. How are we? Hope you're doing good. Officially 5 days out from competition. The last available day to, really peak, get peeled as much as possible. By no means are we at 15% body fat or lower, but we are officially down. What are we down now? 23 pounds and counting? 23, a little bit more. That was a few days ago, too. We've been being pretty strict here with calories, really trying to get in. Water uptake is on the up and up. 130 at the very least ounces a day, shooting for 150 to 180. Tomorrow we will be hitting around 200 ounces, and then we will be starting our very short 4-day, fourth day being the actual picture day, competition completion day, dehydration cycle. We're not doing anything crazy, not hitting any diuretics or anything like that, just weaning off of some water, getting it flushed out a little bit. Sodium very, very low. Water slowly tapering down. Nothing crazy. We're not going overboard here. I just want to make sure that we're looking as ripped as possible. You know what I mean? And like I said, by no means are we down in the single digits or nothing like that, but huge progress from just the beginning of the year. 23 pounds and counting. I don't know what I'm at today. Haven't weighed in. We played some golf this morning. We're stacking L's today, boys and girls. Stacking L's, let me tell you. Forgot a hat for workout. I have a nicer hat. I don't want to sweat in that because it is also white, so it's probably going to stain it if I go really crazy. Turn it like yellow, you know what I mean? So 1 L there, 2nd L. This is going to die soon, so hopefully I can rush along, get all this recorded, and then we're good to go there. Phone is dying. We're getting closer there, too. Didn't bring a hoodie or anything to sweat out extra. Literally just stacking, so. Well, that is okay, though. Thinning down 1,300 calories a day right now, just on this final shred. I think we might be pushing it down to 12, maybe even 11, just in this end few days. Just to, like I said, maximize everything we can possible to get the shred going. But for today already, we've been running around a bunch today, having some car troubles, so going back and forth, figuring out what I need to grab, getting tools, and then golf as well mixed in there. We're already at 1,100 calories, so warmed up here, already at 100 calories here. Let's get into it. Leg day, baby. By no means are we hitting any PRs today because I'm not tired, but definitely the output isn't quite where it was just because of the low calories. So I'm not saying we're suffering here, not starving or nothing. Honestly, been feeling fairly satiated, and I think it's the water intake being up. But we're also eating pretty whole foods. Most of the time I'm having ground turkey, eggs, chicken, rice, broccoli, asparagus, things like that, yogurts, cottage cheese. So we're having fairly clean eats, and I think that's helping us a lot with the fullness because we're still getting in 160 to 180 grams of protein daily as well. So all in all, feeling pretty good. Gonna hit this right here. We're gonna be doing some RDLs, working on the hammies and the glutes, getting that posterior chain fired up. Let's get into it. I always put this box here just so I get the extra stretch because as you guys can see right here, we're already touching down and I'm barely even with my toes here. So I like getting the extra stretch. I'm going to put this down ever so slightly. Okay, here we go. I'm going to be doing an alternate grip just because this rolls on me and I don't want it rolling. So, yep. That was very good. Absolutely feeling it. Essentially, all of the hammy slowly working up into the glutes lasting just a touch longer, but definitely feeling it all posterior. I think I'm going to tack on. Let's go 10s and 5s. I was going to say 25s. I think that's a little too much. Let's go 10s and 5s. We're also going to be hitting a little bit of shoulders, taking it a little lighter, because tomorrow we'll probably hit upper body of some sort. So, lighter shoulder day mixed in. And abs. Don't forget abs. Alright, we're just going to be going humble shoulder press here, dumbbell. Nothing too crazy or fancy here. And we'll be tossing in our ab machine in between. We might hit some lower abs as well. We'll see. Oh, that was good. I think I'm going to stay there, only because that rep range feels like I'm going to really start feeling the burn inside the delt. So I don't want to go up too high, because then that tends to push away from it for me. So just for me feeling it, I think we're at a solid weight. I'm just using 45s, nothing too crazy. I was thinking about barbell. I feel barbell extremely well, but it's kind of taken up right now. So it's all right. Whew. All right, let's hit abs. Let's go. My fave. And like I said, we're staying hydrated for sure, especially sweating and everything like that. We want to make sure that we're not hanging on anything. One of the biggest things I have learned is upping the water intake, because when you're bigger, you're losing weight, you're trying to burn calories, and kind of while you're burning calories, you're sweating to some degree or another. So you got to replace that sweat. Otherwise, your body is going to kind of get in that deficit, and it's going to realize it, and then kind of go into like fight or flight survival mode, and you're going to hang on to water. So making sure that you're really pounding water as you're losing weight, like you don't got to go crazy. It doesn't got to be gallons and gallons, but just make sure you're really up there. Honestly, you could probably look it up. Just Google how much water I need while losing weight, while trying to lose weight. And yeah, you just want to make sure you're replenishing that. The other thing I learned is watching your sodium intake. I can't believe there's salt in freaking everything. If you eat even remotely out, I'm talking even grocery store stuff, anything that's like pre-done, probably going to be pretty high in salt. So just watch out for that. That's something that's snuck up on me consistently. And it's something I don't think about. You know what I mean? Who thinks about salt? But now I have to, so. Alright. Let's get warm up set. Oh, hitting 150. Oh. All right. Whew. One down. Let's keep it going. Here we go. Up the weight. Round 2. Oh, let's get after it. Whew. I need to stop trying to shrug this and muscle it around, because the heavier this gets, the more likely I am to pull my bicep and things like that the second I try and engage them. So, whew. You'll see a lot of guys pull their biceps when they're deadlifting and things like that, because you'll see them do that, pull it in, and of course when you're trying to curl 500 pounds or so, like, of course you're gonna pull your bicep. So gotta remember to keep those arms locked out, nice and straight. They're just anchoring points more than anything for the weight. Whew, okay. All right, another important piece. The biggest thing that's changed for me from when I used to lift before, and that was more of, casual gym bro kind of lifting, just kind of going with my buddies, seeing how much we could lift over and over. And yeah, that has a place and definitely can get things done. But the biggest thing, and the thing why I think I'm seeing so much results, like this is a pretty big difference, Like I from what I can see, Looks like I put on quite a bit of muscle. I'm not talking anything crazy, like probably 2 pounds, 3 pounds. That's about it. But like for just, I'm being a few months in, maybe it's only been a pound, maybe I'm over guessing, but like the fact that I've lost weight, but my quads and my biceps and everything are staying the same size. My quads have actually gotten a touch bigger. That kind of leads me to think that I've gained some level of muscle, right? I mean, maybe not. Maybe that's not how it works. I don't know. But regardless, the thing that seems to be the biggest difference for me is the intensity and the continual pursuit, the persistence of the training. So like, sometimes I'm training 3 times a week, sometimes I'm training 5 or 6. It just depends how I'm feeling, what my schedule is like, things like that. And there's different ways that I'm training too, you know what I mean? Like some days you guys have seen it if you've been here watching these videos. You've seen that some days I take a cardio day, I take that activity day. Sometimes I do an active rest day. Sometimes it's upper body day. Sometimes it's lower body day. Every now and again it's full body day. So I adapt to whatever my schedule gives me, and then I do that. But regardless, pushing myself is the key here. Almost always the intensity level. I am training much more intensely in every single lift that I do. I'm putting way more into it and getting way more out of it because of that. So that's the thing that I could give you advice on if you're beginning and you're looking to make more gains, Like, I understand I'm not jacked or anything, but I mean, by seeing this process, you guys should see that we're moving in the right direction at the very least. So that's the biggest change that has happened for me by far, and the thing that's led to me putting on muscle or maintaining size while losing weight. And I think that's huge because since the beginning I've said I don't want to just thin down and get thinner. I don't want to be thinner. I want to be more athletic. I want to have the athletic look. I don't want to just be skinny, So pushing myself close to failure every single time, sometimes to failure. You guys have seen me hit failure a few times. It's a little harder when you're alone, but it's not impossible by any means. So definitely pushing myself to where you can only get that half rep or something like that. And then sometimes even pushing through the half reps until you can barely move the weight. So, yeah, that's the biggest thing. Biggest change that's occurred for me. And I think it's made me exponentially better. And I look forward to doing it even more, especially as I can up the calories again and not quite get into a bulking phase yet. That's in the future for sure. But some main gaining, that's going to be our next phase after this competition is up. So, all right, let's get into it. I'm definitely hungry. I'm excited to eat. Oh, man, come on. Oh. See, that felt incredibly good. That I was feeling right through, right in the delt, right along the strip. It was kind of more of the front head, more than anything. And I think that's fine. Whew. But still, it felt good nonetheless. And pushing it to that moment, like, almost got stuck halfway through that last rep. That was literally just enough to press through the rest of it. So, it's exactly what I'm looking for. Whew. All right. Abs, some wah-wah, and maybe a second to catch my breath. Let's get a working sit in here. Oh, see if we can't get these abs popping a little extra. I got a few days left. All right. Good Lord. Okay. Haven't been sleeping well. It's definitely the biggest con of the week. Just been rough. Lots going on in personal life. You guys know how it gets sometimes. But hey, we set our eyes on the goal, and then we got to go for that goal, even when shit's not perfect. So keep pressing on, ladies and gentlemen. Keep pressing on. That's the stuff. Anybody else hate running shorts, or just me? I like the breathing room they give. I think it's dope, but I hate the underlining thing. They like get in the way, and there's like no pockets. Like I understand that they're for running, but I guess I just need shorter lifting shorts. Maybe I don't know. I don't know. All right, here we go. Almost 6. Okay. Whew. I think I'm gonna drop off the 10s, keep the 5s on, and then we'll kind of rip it out real quick, see what we get some good squeezing, some good burning going. That'll be our last set for that. Man, dude, I really need to eat after this. Feeling it. That's probably it for these specifically. Maybe we'll do some machine shoulder press. Woo. Sounds good though. Whew. Okay. All right. If you stuck around this long in the video, I'd like to know something from you personally. Are you here to support my journey? Are you just checking out how far I can get, if I can make this legit? Or are you on your own journey yourself? And if you are on your own journey, how's it going? Where you at? You lost weight? You gained muscle? What's going on? Catch me up. Get me up to speed. I want to hear how many of you out there are doing this as well. And if you're just here to support, God bless you guys. I appreciate you immensely. I appreciate every single one of you. Appreciate all you guys coming back, checking in, everything. So let me know. I'm just curious. I have no idea how many of you are doing something even similar, or if people are trying to lose weight still, or whatever it is, you know. Maybe you're trying to bodybuild. You want to be next Mr. Olympia? Hell yeah, brother. Physique competition, whatever it is, let me know. Even if you're just trying to look better and be healthier, be able to run with the kids longer, whatever it might be, let me know. That'd be really cool. That'd be really cool to read through those and see what you guys are up to. All right, let's get into it. Getting me all fired up thinking about seeing everybody's messages, talking about how good they're doing in their journeys, as we're in it together, one way or another. Oh, let's go. All right, more RDLs. Whew. Feeling very good. We are definitely feeling the abs way more. Oh, we made some killer progress on the abs, if I do say so myself. We'll show that later. Maybe. Probably not this episode. Probably not today. But I don't know. Should I? Here's another thing. Comment, let me know. Should I do one more physique update before the end of this, or should I just keep it a surprise for that last little bit? It's been a few days. What do we do it on, like the 13 days out, 14 days out, something like that? So it's been a little bit since we've done a actual physique update. So let me know if you guys want to get one more sneak peek, or just keep it a surprise to the very end. I forgot to reduce the weight. BRB. Okay. Weight lowered slightly. Last round, really getting the squeeze going. We're building a fat old juicy booty. Oh. Alright. I'm just gonna finish it up with some leg curls. Finish off those hammies. I'm gonna have to move the seat back. I don't know, we'll see. Feeling a lot stronger in this. Hammies are definitely done for now, though. We'll say that. Oops. Hopefully you can even hear that. Hammies are done for, if you couldn't hear it. If you could hear it, I said it twice. Alright, I'm gonna drop set it. I'm just gonna keep going. Man. Okay, we're gonna drop down extra. Hit some single leg just for a second. Okay, here we go. Let's see if we get this even. I don't even know what to expect here. Alright. Yeah, that was pretty solid. I always know once I stand up if it's, yeah, no, that's great. Whew, okay. I think that's it. I think we're good. Check in. An hour, 24 minutes, 445 calories. Pretty solid. I would say let's hit bike or something, but I figured we wait for a while since we were already at 1,000 calories prior to this, so no real need to rush into it or anything. Let the legs rest for a little bit. Then maybe hit some bike or something after later today. If not, maybe just walk outside. I need to get some additional sun. Make sure I'm getting a little tanned up for pictures. I would do spray tan, but honestly, it'd be dope just to get myself a little tanner in general. So, yeah, we'll walk around a little bit outside. Sun isn't as crazy as it was, so should be perfect. All right, I will catch you guys in a little while. I'm gonna hit the cafe probably now, grab something to eat, and then do some editing, things like that. Just hang out. All right, catch you guys later. All right, super quick grocery haul. Anytime I'm busy and I'm moving around a whole bunch and like I don't have time to like, bring food around because it's going to be sitting in the car and things like that, I always have to do quick runs through the store. So I went to Sprouts. That's just a local type of farmer's market. I'm pretty sure they're growing pretty big. I think most people know what Sprouts is, but just in case if not, I think just like natural grocer kind of place, healthier, locally sourced kind of place. So I saw this. This is crazy. 32 grams of protein in this guy, and it is a little hefty on calories, 210, but everything else is surprisingly low. 8 fat, 3 carb, 350 milligrams of sodium. So for 32 grams of protein, that's pretty freaking good. What's the protein coming from? Pea protein, pumpkin seed, flaxseed. Oh yeah, definitely. Spinach, kale. Taste wise, I have no idea. I guess I will do a live taste test of this if you're ever interested, or this is your chance to try something like this. Shake vigorously. So yeah, this is just to give me that protein boost more than anything. Let's see how it goes. Ooh, double capped. Look at that. So fancy. It was on sale too, which was freaking sweet. Smell test. Smells pretty good. It's supposed to be like no nut buttercup. Oops. Honestly, run of the mill. Yeah, run of the mill protein. I guess it has a little bit more of a planty taste to it. Not crazy though, honestly. And I'm not one for that type of taste either. So, and then of course I got my yogurt. 20 grams of protein in this baby, only 140 calories, 20 grams of protein, 9 carbs, 3 fat. Fantastic right here. So that's definitely a hack. And then last but not least, I got some freaking sliced turkey breast. Just straightforward, ready to eat. They pre-roast it for you. It's just cold. So I think of it like a cold cut. I'm just going to slam a few of these and call it a day, you know what I mean? So very easy way to get in that type of thing. And then a snack for me for later. I'll bring this in with me so it stays semi-cold. Just some pomegranate seeds. Only 80 calories. And honestly, nothing too crazy about it. 2 grams of protein, 19 carbs. I'll have to see what I'm at for my carbs for the day. We don't want to go too high right now with this final shred down. But other than that, super solid, super quick. That's kind of what I look for. I look for cottage cheese. I look for protein. I look for clean, like chicken breasts, the roasted chickens, anything like that. And then a yogurt or something like that. Especially with the new ones, they have all these ones that are packed with protein. So these are all nice and lean, easy, very, very easy. So that's just what I do. Hopefully that gives you some ideas. They even have like hard-boiled eggs and stuff like that. So keep your eyes peeled. All right, I'll catch you guys later.